Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your favorite brand of nasal decongestant, Leaked Nose Gaming. Leaky Nose Gaming. I probably should have said that instead. Anyways, we are dropping back in at, guess where? Salty Springs once again. Here we go. We got the Rex outfit, and I am ready to get it on. As usual, we're dropping in the blue house, and just last second, we see this sneaky little parasol come flying in and take my house. So I switched houses, make that last minute decision to come over here into the brick house. And once again, somebody else decides to hop on into my house. There's no chests in here at all, so I try to give him the beat down as he's starting to break down the floor. And that was his problem because he missed a shotgun there. He was trying to beat me down. In that kind of a situation, whether there's a chest or someone's breaking through the floor, get as many hits on them as possible, and as soon as you see a gun, you gotta just spam that square button and hope that you pick up the weapon first. So we're still going through the rest of the house here. I'm just gonna search everywhere. I like to get all the ammo, I like to pick everything else up. Get my heals in if I need them, get my my shields up if we got them, and right here I hear somebody building. I find where they're building up at, and I know they're above me, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what should I do here? Honestly, looking back, I probably should have built up right there and just rushed them. I had decent enough health and decent enough shield to do that, but I didn't. I decided to stay down here and wait for them because I figured, okay, they're gonna have to drop down here, and hopefully they're not facing my direction, which they weren't, but because I'm a noob, I missed the shot. And here, they had so many chances to kill me here, but they were being on defense, not the aggressor, as she stood in the doorway waiting for me, and so I could peek when I wanted to, and she had to react. I knew when I was going to move out, so that's why I won that gun battle and she lost. If you notice, and look back and rewatch it again if you didn't understand what I said, but I was the one doing the peeking rather than the one standing still. Does that make sense? So when I peeked, I knew I was ready to fire. She was standing still just trying to react. She was on the defense, I was on the offense. You always want to be on the offense in this game, almost always. Generally, when you're up close in a firefight, that's what I find to work better. One other thing here, I didn't slow the video down for this, but when you walk indoors, always trying to look up to make sure there's not a trap, especially in a busy place like Salty or somewhere there's a lot of people that spawn in on. You always want to check for traps because I can't tell you the amount of times that traps have ended my game, or at least severely damaged me enough where someone else then came up and ended me. It happens pretty much at least once a day, even to this day, because I get lazy and I forget to do it, or I just figure I won't need to, and that's always a time that there's a trap above you. So think about that. Remember that. Traps kill. Drugs kill. Don't do drugs. Don't do traps. Stay away from traps. Stay away from strangers and things like that. Anyways, we're moving on out here, and I searched, almost got all of Pleasant to myself. Oh, I'm calling this Pleasant. This is Salty. Did I call it Pleasant this whole time? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Anyways, pretty much all of Salty was empty after those two people. Got the 2 kills there, and I'm just free looting at this point. So, going through everywhere that I know chests spawn generally, and at this point, shortly after, someone else decides, hey, alright, I'm gonna come on here and do some contesting. Oh, actually, nope, that's the wrong video. I decide to figure out what's going on. There's an extra shield, and I don't know what the heck I should do here, what I should pick up and what I should leave. Worst decision ever. And I come back and recorrect that here. I notice, okay, I'm gonna just drink the slurp juice instead of leaving it because I want the pump tack combo here, and I don't want to leave the slurp for someone else. And right here, jumping pays off. I saw somebody peeking or running across the field down there. If I wasn't jumping there, I would never have known there was somebody there, but I'm checking my rear, I'm checking this person. I don't know if they're running to this house or not. I thought they were coming into this house. I don't hear them, I don't see them, I don't know where they went, so I decide, okay, I'm gonna loot this house since it doesn't look like it's been touched, and I'm just gonna listen closely, and if they come in my house, I'll hear them, and I'll try and play the defense here. But I don't hear them. I still don't hear them. Decide to go up to the roof, if I could build properly. Decide to go up to the roof and try and get this chest here. As I'm peeking around, I still don't know where this person went, and this is kind of going to be a good game for tracking people, guys. So when this happens, somebody disappears into thin air like this, you've got 2 choices. You could try and run them down, or you could try and do your thing and hope they come to you, kind of baiting them towards you. But in this instance, the storm is closing in, so I know this person's probably running away from the storm, but I'm checking around my corners here in case they were waiting for me and they heard me. I see over here that she probably went to this outpost, which looks like the ammo's gone and the floor's broken, so somebody has been here, whether it's her or not. And I'm trying to follow the natural direction that I would go if I was running through here. I would go behind these rocks, I would go for cover behind these trees or down to this house down here. I'm trying to find them, but then I see them running right there across the field by Dusty Depot. So I don't know if that's the same person or not, but I think that's the person. I don't even know how she got that far away from me at this point, but you want to be going, you want to anticipate where the person would go. Okay, where's the natural place that someone would run if you're trying to track them down, right? You don't want to just check random places. You want to see where the storm's forcing them, what's happening here. There's a big giant open field. Where are they going? And right here you see me rotating around the back of them. I'm not just rushing straight at them, right? I'm staying behind them at all times so that I can get in and gain some ground without them seeing me. And in this case, they're in a firefight, so they're really not paying any attention to me at this point. And I'm worried behind my back because everyone else can hear this firefight. Always be checking behind you. But I am able to move all the way up on these people before they don't even know that I'm here. It helped that they were in a firefight, but I got all the way in there because I stayed right behind them. And I'm trying to get some pot shots in here. And notice how I'm switching between the two, right? I'm trying to put shots on the both of them because I want them both to be weak, because one of them's going to win, right? They're right on top of each other. One of them's going to win the battle, but I don't want one to have full health and one to be dead and have that be the one that I was shooting at the whole time. So in the situation like that where they're not focused on you at all, I like to put bullets on both of them if possible, weaken them both. That way they both have some damage at this point. I decide to rush since I don't know where she's at and my terrible ramp building skills here as featured right in front of you, but I decide to rush up here and people forget about these windows all the time. I see her right there through the window and she's just healing. She's got no idea I'm even up here. And so that was an easy kill. And right now there's a lot of noise that was just going on. I see this guy in the woods. There's got to be people coming towards me. I figure this. So I decide to build up a little bit here, and I should have built on my right to check my back sooner, or to cover my back sooner, but this guy's over here. I don't know why I'm not trying to snipe this guy. I'm just trying to use this awful burst that I suck with, but I'm trying to engage anyway with that, and this guy tries to snipe, and good thing he's not a good shot because that almost hit me in the face. I almost got dropped right there, and he's still just sitting there. So at this point, he's not moving forward. I decide to give myself an escape route if I need it by knocking this floor out and building a little bit more just in case to check my back because I don't know if someone's in that fort, but he's ramp rushing me right now. So I tried to get underneath him because at that point it was too late. He built up and rushed right away. And I'm trying to put objects between him and I here. He doesn't know exactly where I'm at. I get him with the surprise here, but I do take quite a bit of damage and I heard some other shots behind me or somewhere. I didn't know where exactly, but there's somebody else around here as well. So I decided to just drop down, take a little bit of fall damage there, my fault, and grab all this loot because I see the storms already coming in. I've got to go. But I hear them running up on me. So I switch my weapons to my good old pump, and see how I did the pump tack switch right there? I was able to get quick shots in, even though I missed my first pump shot. And switch right out, just like the old pump switch. Now it's the pump tack switch, I like to call it. And this person's doing pretty good. If they had built two walls there, I would have really got stuck, and they probably would have had a better chance. But they turned around right as they were on the edge of the storm, and I knew that they couldn't really see me because of where the storm was at. And now right here, I'm already in the storm. I'm below 75 damage, right? Or below 75 health. Rather than running out of the storm and panicking, I decide to drink my other potion really quickly, because why not get to full health? The max I'm going to heal up is 75 anyway, and I've got bandages, so I can make it out of the storm. I got time. There's no need to run out and leave that. I would have come out of there with only 50 shield if I had run out and been scared of the storm, but sometimes it pays to just wait in the storm and not worry about it. As I'm running up here, I'm checking these bases. I'm assuming they're all empty at this point. People left some loot here. I decide to bandage up at this point because I see there's other bandages on the ground. I should have gone to full health there because I had extra bandages, but I did not. That was a poor decision. Again, checking everywhere, and this guy, I don't know what he was doing. He could have easily killed me while I was sitting there. I don't know if he thought I was not bandaging or what he thought I was doing, but he was not a very good player. That was a poor decision unless he had 0 health. So I quickly build up to cover myself and wait for him, and I don't see him at all. He's not building, he's not peeking. He disappeared into thin air once again. So we're going to go into tracking mode here because I decide, all right, I don't know where this guy's at. I don't see him at all. He didn't peek on me. I guess he just ran off. He had the Black Knight outfit on, which means he made it to max tier last season. Judging people by their outfit or their skin is not always the best way, but it can give you some level of estimation about these people. If they're in a noob outfit, chances are they may be a noob. If they're in a really high tier outfit or something that was expensive, you know, they could have just purchased it, but chances are they probably play more if they're willing to put money into the game, and that's kind of how I go. So I'm ready to build, I'm ready to run around here. I don't see him at all. He ran away, it seems like, and he's got the low ground at this point, and I'm thinking, I don't know how far he could have gone, but he may be behind these trees, so I'm going to check this tree by the storm, because that is my spot where I would go if I were waiting for someone, because there's loot over there. I would think that somebody would go over there and grab the loot and kind of use it as bait, but he's not here. I really don't know where this guy is. I think he ran down and climbed up that mountain to our left here, up by Tilted. I decided to take the high ground here. There's a lot of bases around. I don't know if there's anybody else around or where this guy went to, but I'm still trying to track him down. I'm trying to just follow the obvious route that I would take, again, if I was that guy trying to run away when I knew somebody had seen me. And I guess I picked the wrong route because I think he went through Tilted and I never saw him again. As I'm running up here, I see the drop, and I'm hoping, okay, I don't know if anybody's here, but I still don't see anybody as it's landing. Nobody's built around it. Decide to switch my guns around, and as I'm going in for it, I see that there's a person there, and Mr. Gingerbread Man is running for it, and my terrible accuracy with snipes, although I was pretty good, but I think he ducked. I would have hit him if he didn't duck, so anyways, it wasn't too bad of accuracy, but it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets worse. Now, right here, just trying to put some pressure on him. I should have built and covered my back at this point while I'm making all this noise, but I decided to do that here in just a second, I believe, or maybe not at all. I don't really know. He's just looking up there. I decided to actually run off here. And here we go. So I'm gonna try and get on top of the mountain and get some high ground, but I see that there's a giant base over there. So I say, okay, we're gonna switch directions if I could make my jump here, and I'm gonna go back and engage with this other guy. I was disengaging from him at first and trying to come around the mountain and sneak him, but that base was too set up for me to be building and running up like that. It was just bad news, asking for a problem. So I decided to try to re-engage with this guy, and I see that there's some stuff dropped there in a base built, or behind his base that's built. Again, checking the mountainside, making sure that there's nobody else up here already waiting for me to come up behind me, and I'm looking to engage with this guy. I don't see him at all. I see this base again, and I'm thinking anybody else on top of that mountain is going to be engaged with that guy, and there's a guy running across the field here, so I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be able to pick up the leftovers of this fight here, which it looks like that she may have already killed the Gingerbread Man because I don't see any gunfire or hear any gunfire, so she's just looting him, it looks like. But at this point, again, my terrible sniping skills, again, missed her right there. Should have shot on the other side of the rock, would have hit her, didn't lead him enough. So I decide to get back up in my tower here because she knows that I'm here or watching her, and she's just trying to hide now. So rather than put the pressure, I'm pretty close to the circle. I'm just kind of chilling out here for a second, and here comes another airdrop right there conveniently. There she goes again, and I miss another sniper shot. Why I shot so high, I don't know, but she doesn't go for the drop. Instead, she starts to rush me, so I get this opportunity to try to defend a little bit here. And she's running up real quick, so I tried to take out my Scar, got one hit on her, broke her ramp down, and she lands on my head. Oh, this chick is crazy. She builds so quick and in so many places, so many directions. I think she's breaking through the floor, but she's actually just rebuilding so that she can take over my base. This chick just build, and it's really good to look at because it was super frustrating for me. Every time I tried to shoot, look at this, walls up, immediately, walls up underneath, walls up above me, confuses the heck out of me. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to edit my base here, but those are the top doors again. I keep trying to build through the top and make doors. It's not working. I'm confused as crap trying to figure out why it's not working, but she's just standing there hanging out. And there she comes out. Honestly, if she was prepared, she should have come around the corner and domed me because I was just sitting there, but here she goes, building herself in again. So I decided to take this high ground here and get a little bit of distance because she took the low ground. So I build up here, and I notice right to the left, to the right of her base here, I can shoot a grenade launcher and it'll bounce under all those platforms. But she breaks out and comes at me. So here we go again. The shotgun battle ensues with the storm pressure this time, and things are getting super tense. This is a crazy battle. If I could hit my shots, or either of us could hit our shots really, but my accuracy was piss poor in this game. She decides to go with an AR, and that's a losing battle. And at this point, I am in so much trouble. I had to run quickly. I couldn't even loot anything. I make it out barely with 3 health, and that was a close freaking battle. This storm hurts in the end game here. So I ended up leaving a gold sniper, and I think there was a couple traps or something else that I missed there, but I got the med kit and I made it out. That was my priority. I don't have any shield, but we're going into end game with 100 health, so at least that's good enough. And I don't see any of the last 4 people alive at this point. But I'm taking this opportunity to reload everything and kind of look around, and obviously somebody's up on the mountain. I see one here. If I could hit him anywhere besides the freaking left foot here, I would have dropped him there, but I don't know what this person was doing. Again, in a beginner outfit, she's just hanging out. She had no idea where that first shot came from and decided to use it as a tree for cover, which was a very poor decision. So at this point, there's only 3 left. One of them's up there sniping at me, as we just found out. So I decided to keep rebuilding walls, pop this crate real quick, see if I got anything good, which I did not. And let's try to get some height on this guy up on the mountain here. Let's see if I can peek him, because he's building, and now everybody else heard that shot as well. So hopefully someone else is engaging with him. At this point, I do notice someone else seems to be coming up the right side of the mountain there and engaging. Nobody's behind me. We're okay. I got a little bit of a breather again. I decide I could take this time to peek a little bit and see what this guy's at, because I see those buildings coming up on the right, and this guy's going to be engaged real soon, whether he knows it or not. So I have a little bit of room to move here if I use my opportunity correctly, and I decide to run and grab it here, because at this point I'm assuming that guy should be up on him at this point. So he's still sniping at me. He wasn't quite on him, but he's looking this way, so he's about to get dropped in the back because he has no idea that that guy's running up on him. Build some walls for a little bit of cover since I can't use these trees too much, and grab some loot here if there's anything worth it, which it seems like there was a mini shield there. So again, this mini shield saves my life, guys. It is so worth to pop these shields whenever possible. Even though it's only 25 health a shield, even though it's just a little bit extra, watch this end game. It saves my life. I would have been dead. So up on this mountain, I'm assuming that the last 3 are up there, but I don't really know. There's at least 2 up there because I saw the one build and nobody else died yet. So unless that other guy jumped down, they're still up there. And I see somebody building, so it looks like they're about to engage right now. I take this time to cover my head and to build a little bit of a fort over here in the corner because nobody can come up behind me, although they can come from my left, which I didn't cover. I was trying to get the pick-off kill there of whoever was left over, didn't quite see him. So I decide to now cover my left side here, as I don't know where this last guy is. There's one up on the mountain and there's one somewhere else. I don't know if he's on the mountain or not, but I really am unsure. So I try to knock this guy down, and that doesn't work out too well. I see him running up the edge there. I should have aimed at the lower stairs there. I maybe would have knocked him down, but it didn't end up working out. So since I'm making all this noise down here now, I decide to build myself in, and since I think he's coming down the mountain after me, which it looked like, I decide to just build some more walls to confuse him, and I don't know where he's at here, but he's kind of building over towards me, and it looks like he obviously he's going to try and come after me here. Put a little bit more pressure on him, cover up my sides here just to make sure. And believe it or not, he's jumping down, and I thought he made it right there, so I kind of hid here, but I just heard him actually die, and I still don't know where he is right now in the game, but he actually jumped off the mountain and killed himself right there on the platform, which I see now. And I decided to go up and loot him. So again, still not knowing where this last player's at. I should have covered my back a little bit better because he had plenty of opportunity to kill me, but he's deciding to launch grenades at me, which again, I missed a scar, but he's launching grenades. Why, I don't know, but he shot one from somewhere and I spot him over there in the corner. So right now I was trying to line up for the snipe finally, but I decided not to do so as the storm was closing in. This guy's shooting grenades. This is a really bad strategy, guys. Don't do this. Look how I'm popping shots on him. I see he's shooting grenades. Now he switches, right? He's switching as I'm trying to run out of the storm. He sees I'm getting pinched, and he's got the pressure on me. The storm's on me. This guy's taking shots on me. I thought I was going to die right here. I was getting really pissed, but I'm building walls. Dude, look at this. 16 health. I would have been dead right there if I didn't put that shield on a minute ago. But I'm jumping around. I don't know how this guy, I don't know what he was doing here, but he's hiding behind this tree, and he's putting pressure on me. I'm afraid to peek at this point. I heal my walls. That's always a good thing to do. He's sitting behind the tree. I'm trying to knock the tree down. Again, back to the grenade launcher with this dude, which is putting pressure on me, but I'm not too worried about it because there's places to block it. All these walls are blocking it. I decide to get another angle, and his tree comes down, and I win the game barely by the skin of my freaking teeth at 16 health. Oh boy, that was a tough game. I need a drink of water. That was a lot of commentating, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this win here. That was a close game. Again, moral of the story, learn how to track people, and always, always, always use your health, med kits, shields, whatever you got as soon as you can, whether you get 1 hit point or 25 or 200, even though that's impossible. Always use your heals when you can. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Check out our Patreon below for more exclusive content, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.